Students, how are you? Hope all are doing fine. Now, welcome back to the next session of our chapter 4 geometry. Okay, this is a part 2 of the video for the topic polygons and parallel lines of the chapter 4 geometry. Okay, now students, in this chapter, in this session, I will introduce to you and speak to you about polygons and parallel lines. Okay, last session I spoke to you about the lines and angles and the sum of the triangles and what is the angle sum of a triangle, etc. Okay, what is the sum of the angles of a straight line? Angle at a point this adds up to 360 degree. Then angles on a straight line add up to 180 degree. Okay, then the angle sum of a quadrilateral, how much was it? The angle sum of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Okay, these were done in the last session. Now we will start with a new subtopic for the chapter 4. Okay, polygons. So what are polygons? It's a plane figure. Okay, it's a plane figure. It's a closed plane figure whose sides are line segments. Okay, and that intersect only at their endpoints. Okay, and here I have to tell you about regular polygons. Okay, regular polygons have the same sides, same measurements, that is their sides and angles will be equal. All the sides and all the angles of a regular polygon will be equal. That is what is said here. In a regular polygon, all the angles have the same measure and all the sides have the same length. Okay, that is regular polygon, its angles have equal measures and its sides have equal length. Okay, now students, polygons can be identified by the number of their sides. There are different types of polygons ranging from triangles. So from three-sided figures starts a polygon. So first polygon is, we will speak about is, it is a triangle. A triangle, see, a triangle, I have given the graphic also, it's 3 sides and angle is 3 angles. Okay, now likewise for quadrilateral is also another type of polygon. It has 4 sides and 4 angles. The next one is pentagon. It has 5 sides. Okay, the next type of polygon we are going to study is pentagon. It has 5 sides and 5 angles. Hexagon likewise has 6 sides. Okay, 6 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides and 6 angles. Okay, the next is, so regular polygons, I told you already that they have the equal sides, their measurements are lengthwise and angle wise they are equal. Okay, now then we will speak about the remaining type of polygons, that is heptagon. Heptagon have 7 sides and 7 angles. Okay, now octagon has 8 sides and 8 angles. Nonagon 9 sides and 9 angles. Decagon 10 sides and 10 angles. Dodecagon has 12 sides and 12 angles. And n-gon means this n refers to the number of sides. Okay, whatever may be the number of sides. Now, whatever may be if a polygon is said as n-gon, that means it has n number of sides and n number of angles. So whatever may be the number of sides for a regular polygon, or for n-gon polygon, the number of angles will be also equal to the number of sides. Okay, that is n-gon. Now students, here we will speak about, in this topic what you are going to learn about sum of interior angles of a polygon. So sum of interior angles of a polygon, this is a formula, n minus 2 into 180 degree. That is, n here represents the number of sides. Okay, so formula for sum of interior angles of a given polygon is n minus 2 into 180, where n is the number of sides. Okay, so to find the sum of interior angles of a polygon, you have to use this formula, n minus 2 the whole into 180 degree. Now we will speak about exterior angles of regular polygons. Okay, exterior angle of a polygon, regular polygon, is 360 degree. That is, exterior angles of a polygon adds up to 360 degree. Exterior angle means the outside angle. Interior is the inside angle. Exterior is the outside angle. Okay. So to get one exterior angle, what you do is, the sum of the whole exterior angle is of a regular polygon is how much? 360 degree divided by n. N represents the number of sides. Okay. So one exterior angle, for example, angle A is equals to 180 minus 360 divided by n. That is here. To get one exterior angle, the sum of this two, in exterior angle plus interior angle is how much? 180 degree. Why? Because I told you in the last session we spoke about angles on a straight line add up to 180 degree. Okay. So to get exterior angle will be sum of the exterior angles divided by n. I will show you that with example questions. Okay. So in any regular polygon, every interior angle is supplementary to every exterior angle. That means these two angles, exterior plus interior angles, adds up to 180 degree. Okay. Now students, we will speak about perpendicular lines. Okay. What do you mean by perpendicular lines, students? Lines that intersect, okay, to form a right angle. Now students, parallel lines. Lines that do not intersect. Okay, this is the example of illustration of lines that do not intersect, parallel lines. Okay, now we will speak about vertical angles. Two angles that are opposite. Vertical angles means two angles which are opposite here. Angle 1 is opposite to angle 4. Okay, vertical angles means angles that are opposite angles. Angle 2 and angle 3 opposite. See, the opposite angles, vertical opposite angles I have given with same colors. 5 and 8 are vertical angles. Okay, two angles that are opposite angles. 7 and 6 likewise. See, that is what the angle 1 and angle 4 are vertically opposite angles. Likewise, angle 2 and angle 3, angle 5 and angle 8, angle 6 and angle 7 are vertically opposite angles. Okay, so now here I will come to that, the features of vertically opposite angles. Okay, now first we will speak about transversal. Now students, what are transversal? Okay, transversal means a line that intersects at two different points. See, these two are two parallel lines and a line is cutting it. So this line is called as a transversal. See, I have named it T. Okay, so this is called a transversal, and now, so I have highlighted it. Okay, now you can see that you find the measures of the missing angles. Here I have given a missing angle. Okay, see, I told you vertically opposite angles. Okay, vertically opposite angles. Here angle D and angle. Here find the measure of the missing angles. Here I have marked here 125 degree, and here likewise I have given to you a question mark. So how do you find it out? See, the speciality of vertically opposite angles is these two angles will be equal. Okay, that is why I have given here likewise here 55 degree and here a question mark. These are also vertical angles or vertically opposite angles. Okay, so vertically opposite angles, I think in the first session we discussed about vertically opposite angles. Remember, vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, that is what we discussed. So I gave you the notes for that in the last session. So vertically opposite angles are equal. So now what about this angle where the question mark is given? That is also going to be 55 degree because it is also vertically opposite angle. Now students, we will see supplementary angles. Supplementary, before the previous slide I told you two angles are said to be supplementary if their sum is equal to 180 degree. Two angles that form a line, that is sum is 180 degree. That is, these are all the different types of supplementary angles given from this diagram. That is, two angles are supplementary if their sum is equal to 180 degree. Two angles that form a line. Okay, here this angle 1 and angle 2 lie on a straight line, right? And the first part of the video I spoke to you about angles on a straight line. Remember, what is the sum of the angles? Angles on a straight line add up to 180 degree. Okay, so these two angles are supplementary. Likewise, angle 6 and angle 8. Angle 6 plus angle 8 is 180. Angle 8 plus angle 7 is 180. Angle 5 plus angle 7 is 180. Angle 3 plus 1 is 180. Angle 3 plus 4 is 180. Okay. So these are the different pairs of linear pairs or supplementary angles. Linear pairs, we spoke about it previous class also. The sum of the linear pairs is 180 degree. Now find the measure of the missing angle. See the missing angle. Can you see the question mark? Find the measure of the missing angle. Here, how much is the missing angle? Total 72 degree, and this missing angle, it is lying on a straight line. So sum is equals to 180 degree. So how much do you get? You will subtract from 180 because the angles on a straight line add up to 180 degree. So here these two angles together add up to 180 degree. So when you subtract 72 degree from 180 degree, 180 minus 72 degree, you will get 108 degree or 108 degree. Okay. Now speak about this angle. This is also 108 degree because one of the properties, they are vertically opposite angle, and the reason is they are here. See the angles which on a straight line. Okay, these are lying on a straight line. Okay, so this total sum is equals to 180 degree. Now students, we will speak about corresponding angles. See, corresponding angles. Here, corresponding angles are angles that occupy corresponding positions. For instance, I will show you with a diagram. See, this two parallel lines cut by a transversal. Okay, the transversal I have marked with T. Okay, so these top left. So these two angles are corresponding angles. Two angles that occupy corresponding position. These two angles are corresponding. Likewise, these two angles are corresponding. The next one is these two angles are corresponding. This angle and this angle are corresponding. You should learn and keep all these students. So corresponding angles that occupy the corresponding position. So these are the different types of corresponding angles when a transversal cuts two parallel lines. Okay. So this is also a pair of corresponding angles. So I have numbered the angles also. Okay, now I will show you. Okay, angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. Angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles. Angle 3 and angle 7 are corresponding angles. Angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding angles. Okay, that is what I have marked here and labeled here in the diagram, as well as I have written it here. Okay, so these are the different types of corresponding angles. I will give you notes on all this. Now find the measure of the missing angle. See, you can see an arrow question mark here. So that is the missing angle. See, this 145 degree and 35 degree. Okay, so these two angles lie on a straight line, and their sum is equals to 180 degree. Okay, angle sum on a straight line is 180 degree. Now, what is this? There's a relation between this angle and this angle. See, this is an example of corresponding angles example. Okay. Now, that angle is also going to be 145 degree. Why? Because they are corresponding angles. Okay, that is what I marked and showed you in the previous slide also. Now we will speak about alternate interior angles. What do you mean by interior angles? Two angles that lie between parallel lines on opposite sides of the transversal. See, two angles that lie between the parallel lines on opposite sides of the transversal. So this is the transversal, and they are lying on the opposite sides of the transversal. Okay, so I will see, these are the alternate interior angles. So which are the pairs? 3 and 6. Alternating two angles that lie between parallel lines, okay, that lie on the opposite sides of the parallel. Okay, so angle 3 and angle 6 are alternate interior angles. Angle 3 and angle 4, they are allied angles. Okay, angle 3 and angle 4, what are they? Okay, now students, here speaking about angle 3 and angle 6, they are alternate interior angles. And now one more pairs of alternate interior angles are there, that is 4 and 5. Okay, I will mark and show you that. Okay, so angle 4 and 5 are also alternate interior angles. Now again we will see about, okay, I have written and showed you also. So angle 3 and angle 6 are alternate interior angles. These are on the inner side of the parallel lines. Okay, so two angles that lie between the parallel lines on opposite sides of the transversal. See, they are on the opposite sides of the transversal. Okay, these two are also on the opposite sides of the parallel of the transversal, but they are alternate interior angles. Okay, that lie on the opposite sides of the transversal. They lie on the opposite sides of the transversal and they are alternate also. So these are the pairs of alternate interior angles. Now students, we will find this is an example of alternate interior angles. Okay, find the missing angle. So now 82 degree and this. There's a relation between this. Here I have put a question mark. What will be the angle here? This is also going to be 82 degree because it is an example of alternate interior angle. It is lying on the opposite side of the transversal. Okay, and they are alternate to each other. So that is also going to be 82 degree. Now students, okay, now it is alternate exterior angles. Here, last session, slide I spoke to about alternate interior angles. Okay, now we will speak about alternate exterior angles. Exterior angles means that they lie on the outside. Here, see, two angles that lie outside parallel lines. See, they are lying outside the parallel lines, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2. Okay, so they are lying on the outside of the parallel lines and on opposite sides of the transversal. 1 and 2, this is the transversal, they are on the opposite sides of the transversal. So now I will see, these are the pairs of alternate exterior angles, 1 and 2. Yeah, alternate exterior angles, pairs of alternate exterior angles are 1 and 8 and 2 and 7. Okay, see, 1 and 8 and 2 and 7. These are the pairs of alternate exterior angles. They lie outside the parallel lines. These are the parallel lines, okay, and the opposite sides of the transversal. This transversal I have named it with T. Okay, now the next pair is 1 and 8. Okay, now here I have written and given you also that pairs of alternate exterior angles are 2 and 7 and 1 angle 1 and angle 8 are alternate exterior angles. Now we will speak about consecutive interior angles, students. Okay, two angles that lie between parallel lines on the same side of the transversal. Consecutive interior angles, that is these two, the angles that lie between the parallel lines, okay, on the same side of the transversal. Okay, so this is one side of the transversal, this is the other side of the transversal. So consecutive interior angles, okay, they lie on the same side of the transversal. Okay, so that means this is one side and the other side of the transversal. Now I'll show you. See, these are the pairs of consecutive interior angles, that is 3 and 5 and 4 and 6. 3 and 5 and 4 and 6 is a pair of consecutive interior angles. Okay, see, I have highlighted with The same color, 3 and 5 and 4 and 6. Those are pairs of or consecutive interior angles. They lie between the parallel lines on the same side of the transversal. And what are their properties? Angle 3 plus angle 5, that is consecutive interior angles, their sum is equals to 180 degrees. So here you have to learn, I am speaking about two properties. See, these are, I told you what are consecutive interior angles. They lie between the parallel lines on the same side of the transversal. Okay, and their sum is equals to 180 degree. Okay, angle 4 plus angle 6 is 180 degree. Now we will do an example of consecutive interior angles. See, find the measure of the missing angle. Here 135 degree I have given. This is these two pairs. This pair. Okay, this pair is an example of consecutive interior angle because it lies on the same side of the transversal. So how do you get it? You just subtract, because these two angles add up to 135 degree plus this unknown angle is equals to 180 degree. So to get this unknown angle, you subtract from 180 degree. Okay, from 180 minus 135 degree, you will get 45 degree. Now students, we will start with the exercise questions. Now the first is, we will exercise 2, page 128. Students, please take out your textbook, page 128. Hope all of you have opened the textbook. Okay, now here the first question we are going to solve now. Question number 4. Please, have you opened your textbook, students? Take out a page 128. Question number 4. This is a figure given on your textbook. The question says find A. Okay, that means these are the unknown angles. This is what type of figure, students? See how the number of sides: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means there are 5 sides. Okay, so it is a pentagon. Now you should find A. Okay, what is the angle for A? Okay, now in the beginning of the session I spoke to you about sum of interior angles of a polygon. This pentagon is a polygon, right? So I gave you a formula to find out sum of interior angles of a polygon. How much is interior angles of a polygon, students? It is, to get the interior angles of a polygon, in this case the pentagon, you have to use a formula n minus 2 into 180. N represents the number of sides. Okay, here n is how many sides I counted and showed you. It is 5. So you substitute this n with, in place of n you will write 5. So I'll show you. Okay, now you subtract the bracket. What is in the bracket? First, for simplification, always simplify what is in the brackets. Okay, first, so 5 minus 2 you will get 3, multiply over 180 you will get 540. Okay, now students, you have found out the sum of the interior angles of a polygon. Sum of interior angles of a polygon means this angle A plus angle A plus angle A plus angle A plus 100 degree is equals to 540 degree. That is what is the meaning of sum of interior angles of a polygon. These are the interior angles. Okay, these have exterior angles also, exterior angle also, but now we are speaking about interior angles. They are asking you only the interior angle in this case. Now but they are asking you what is the not the sum of interior angles. They are asking what is one interior angle. Okay, so here sum of interior angles of a polygon you found out. Now it is very simple. I told you already. See, this total angle is equals to 540. So find out A. Just now what I said, angle A plus A plus A plus A plus 100 degrees equals to sum of interior angles. So what is sum of interior angles is 540. So substitute 540. Okay, so now we will get 4A. How? A plus A is 4A plus 100. Now you transpose 100 degrees, students. So right opposite side you will get, you will subtract from 540 to get 440. Now you will divide by 4 to get what? 110 and 110, right? So that's how you find it. Okay, so to find one interior angle, you first find the sum of the total interior angles using the formula n minus 2 into 180. After that, you find out one interior angle. Okay. one interior angle. That is sum of the interior angles divided by the number of interior angles if it is a case of regular polygon, or divided by whatever. Here it is a plus 100 degree, because all the angles, all these angles are a. That means all these angles are 110 degree except this is 100. So it is not a regular polygon. Okay. Now we'll go to the next question. Students, this is a question from exercise 3. Students, please open your page 129. Page 129. Okay, students, see, the first question, question is question number 4. Okay, hope all of you have opened the textbook. Question number 4. Here, see, the question says, find the angles marked with letters. This is the diagram in your textbook. The question is, find the angles marked with letters. Okay, so here there are 3 unknown angles. That means you have to find 3 unknown angles. First is A, B, C. I think last session also I told you, when you are finding unknown angles, go in the alphabetical order. So we'll first start with A. So first we'll find A. So see, to find A, you have, when you get a diagram, see here this is a parallel line. These 2 lines are parallel, right? And this is a transversal and another transversal. So here, in the beginning, when we spoke about transversals and parallel lines, I spoke to about this feature. Okay, see, angle 40 and angle here A as a relation. What are they? They are alternate angles. Okay, angle A and angle 40 are alternate angles. See, they are on the other sides of opposite sides of the transversal. Okay, see, and they are opposite. See, to each other. See, they are alternate angles. So to find A, alternate angles, what are they? What is the relation of alternate angles? Alternate angles are equal. That means 40 degree. A is equals to 40 degree. Okay. So, now to find A will be 40 degree, because A and 40 degree are, A is equals to 40 because it is alternate angle. Okay. Now we have already found out A. Okay. A is equals to 40. Since A and the given angle 40 here, this angle 40 and this angle A are alternate angles. Okay, so the property of alternate angles, they are equal. Okay, so 40, this is 40, so this A is also 40. Now we will find B. Okay, that will be, to find B. See, you can see there is an angle near B, right? See, this angle B and angle 46 degree lie on a straight line. Okay, so to find B, these 2 angle B and angle 46 degree together is 180 degree. That is, when you add B plus 46 degree, it total is 180 degrees, since they are linear pair of angles. Okay, so the angle 46 degree plus B is equals to 180 degrees, since they are linear pair angles. Okay, so now we will find B. B is equals to 180 minus 46 degree. Okay, so you will get B now. So now you got B, angle B as 134 degrees. So this is a relation. This relation, linear pairs, that is the angles, this is the sum of the angles that lie on a straight line, is equal to 180 degrees, that we discussed in the first video as well as today also we discussed. Now we will find angle C. Now, students, is there a relation between any other angle for angle C? Is there any relation with any other angle? Yes. Just see, there is a relation. See, angle B and angle C, they are supplementary and they are corresponding angles. Okay, angle B, okay, and angle C, they are corresponding. Okay. See, I showed you about corresponding angles. They are corresponding to each other. So that means, what is the property of corresponding angles? Corresponding angles are equal. So angle B is 134, which we already found out. So angle C is also going to be 134, since they are corresponding angles. So what is angle C? Angle C is 134 degree. Now students, we will move on to the assignment portion. So assignment for this session is chapter 4 geometry, exercise 2, page 127, questions 2 and 9, and exercise 3, page 129, questions 1, 6 and 9. So these are the assignment question. You will have to practice all this, go through the all the topics revised and done today. Note all the important points in mind. See to the transversal parallel lines. When the transversal cuts a parallel line, different types of angles form, corresponding angles, etc. Keep that in mind. Study well. Do your assignments. Okay. Now, take care. Bye. See you.